The paper was torn from the margin of a gardening catalogue, the edge scalloped where it had once been stapled. She wrote in teal ink that shimmered faintly when it caught the light, and her handwriting curved extravagantly, as though the words themselves were enjoying being written. The folds were delicate and slightly decorative, each crease softened at the corners so that the aeroplane looked less engineered and more coaxed into shape.
I do not have a library card. I have been borrowing yours for 3 years. You think I renew my books online. You think I am terribly organised. You say I am the only person you know who has never incurred a late fee. I have incurred many. They are simply attached to your name. The first time it happened, it was an accident. I had forgot my wallet, and the librarian said she could look up the card number if I knew it. I did not know mine. I did, however, know yours. You recite it out loud every time we stand at the self-check machine, as though it might escape otherwise. So I used it. I meant to tell you. I meant to correct it the next visit. Instead, I kept doing it. It became strangely comforting, sliding books across the counter and hearing your name spoken back to me. It feels like we are reading the same story, even when we are not. Last month, I borrowed a book about beekeeping. You are now receiving polite reminder emails about returning it. You do not keep bees. You have never expressed interest in bees. Yesterday, when we were making tea, you said the library keeps recommending you increasingly peculiar titles. You wondered aloud whether the algorithm had finally malfunctioned. I stirred the sugar and said perhaps it was broadening your horizons. I have read travel guides under your name. Poetry. A very serious book about medieval plumbing. A children's novel about a dragon who refuses to hoard gold and instead collects teacups. Sometimes I imagine the librarians building a quiet theory about you. I promise I always return the books in good condition. I promise I will confess before the fines become criminal. I just like the way it feels, carrying your name to the counter like a shared umbrella.
She leaned out of her bedroom window and let the aeroplane drift into the pale morning light. In the keeper's chamber, the folded catalogue paper settled upon the desk and was opened with quiet amusement. As the final crease was smoothed, a small porcelain teacup resting on a high shelf tipped gently onto its side, coming to rest without breaking, as though something in the room had smiled.